I am in Puerto Rico and I want to talk about it. Hey guys, this is Andy with Mindset Matters More. Sorry, today's episode is getting updated a little bit late, but I've been busy. I'm in Puerto Rico. I'm on vacation. So you're just going to have to excuse it. But here we are in sunny Puerto Rico, and I want to talk about what it's like to continue on with your program while you're on vacation. I'm going to do a live about it later, but today I was thinking about it that, I'm going to the gym and I'm eating relatively healthy. I'm eating relatively the same that I would eat when I'm at home. But, it's different. I've chosen not to weigh my food. I've chosen not to weigh myself. There's a lot of things that I have chosen to do and not to do while I'm here. And so I wanted to get into it. So for me, I think it's really important to maintain the status quo while you're on vacation because, a week of debauchery and eating what you want and lazing around for a whole week can really have a lot of health impacts. And when I was competing, like immediately after my last show, I went on vacation. And because I did that, I like completely let go. And yeah, I was getting in a whole bunch of steps and working out, but man, I ate. And that did a number on my stomach and my digestive system and just made me feel like shit all around. And so, this vacation, I wanted to be very mindful of what I ate and also the activity that I'm doing. And so, but it's a vacation, right? Like, how can you continue to weigh and measure? How can you continue to, and I've chosen not to do that, but I've been doing it for so long that for me, it's okay. Like I know even if I'm eating a little bit more, it's not going to be by that much. Even if I undereat a little bit, it's not going to be by that much. So, for me, as somebody who's been doing it for a while, it's okay. But I highly, highly encourage, if you can bring a food scale, bring the fucking food scale. But the other thing is that, yes, I'm still cooking my own foods. I'm staying in a place where I can cook my own foods. I am going to a gym that is maybe like 20 minutes from my house. But if I couldn't go, I would be doing body weight workouts here. Like for me, the mindset is more important. Keeping up the habits is more important than what it actually looks like, than what, the portions look like, than what the exercises look like. I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about keeping my brain focused on what it is that I want out of life and the habits that I create. If I don't cultivate them every single day, when I get back to Boston, I'm just going to be like, I don't want to do it. And it will be harder to start again. So it's easier if I just work out here. It's easier if I just eat, relatively healthy here. It's easier if I just keep going. That's the trick, is just to keep going. And so what else am I doing? So yeah, no, I'm going to the gym. Oh, actually, I'm gonna go and do sprints tomorrow. Now, sprints is really a challenge because it wreaks havoc on your nervous system. So you can't really do them too often and not even too much. So I'm gonna go do that because I have the opportunity here to do it. Like I don't have to go to the gym every day. I don't have to do that. So I'm gonna switch it up just a little bit. But I wouldn't normally do the sprints. And the other thing that I'm doing is I am working on, you know, eating out at restaurants. And restaurants, sometimes it's like, what do they have on the menu? What is available to me? So trying to figure out what I'm doing there. Portion controls when I can't eat what would be ideal for me and going from there. But the last component of it is continuing on with keeping my activity levels up when I'm not at the gym or when I'm not eating, right? Like those are the two important ones, the exercise and the food. But just a normal day-to-day life. So yesterday we went scuba diving, we were swimming for a couple of hours, we were walking around, like we happened to go to the anime convention, which was really fun, and we can walk around the mall for a while. So it's not just about, oh, you got to go to the gym and you have to eat perfectly. It's like, if you can't control those things, then do activities that are going to keep you active. Here we're looking at going jet skiing, horseback riding, hiking, biking. There's just so much to do, and to not shy away from doing the more active activities. That's why they're called activities, because you're being active. So do them. And that actually lets you explore. I know that sometimes when you go on vacation, you're getting in a lot more steps because you're exploring the city like that too, which is great. But I used to live here. I don't give a shit about walking around and looking at, at the countryside. So for me, it's in terms of what am I doing to like keep my heart rate up, to keep me in motion. And so those are the things that we've elected to do. I'm hoping I'll show you guys some pictures later on. We went scuba diving yesterday, like I said, and hopefully we got some good video. But y'all, I'm keeping up with it. I'm keeping up with it. And my live later on today, it's going to talk about these things and talk about how to do them, how to you know, find a gym. How, like if you don't have a gym, what are things that you can do? Like if you're at a hotel, like they have a gym hotel. I'm going to talk about the little details about stuff like that later on. So I hope you join me. And if you don't, on my page for Coach Andy Hoffer, I'm going to chop it up so that you guys can get the basic gist of it. So, but I hope you'll join my live. And if not, I will see you tomorrow, guys. Love you. Bye.